Hi, Gemini. Welcome back to the Spirit's Path. And this is your August horoscope for 2021, and this is D. And let's just recap here what's happened here over the last 6 months. Everybody's walking to their own beat, their own universal beat, which is represented by the ancestor. Okay. The Ace of Stones came up for you in January, and you set yourself a new foundation. And then February was the Knight of Vessels, and you had to ask yourself, with this new foundation that I have, are my emotions running high? Are things going on in my life that, I'm wearing my heart on my sleeve? And, that led into March, which was a little frustrating for you. Okay, those emotions and just trying to hit that mark with that 5 of arrows. All right. April, it turned around for you a little bit. You were in a transition with that 6 of arrows. So here you move from frustration into transition. And then in May, it was all about that attraction, that 2 of vessels, attracting things to you, whether it's relationship, money, whatever it was. Okay. And that followed suit with the shaman in June. And that's the major manifestation card, the life lessons card of what's going on out there. Okay, and you were able to manifest, your heart's desire, whether that was intellect or security, stability, emotional aptitude, or what am I missing? Creativity. All right, which led you into July with all that manifesting that you did in June. Okay, July was represented by the 3 of bows and fulfillment, and you were fulfilled. Didn't mean you found that balance of all the elements, and July has been a very fulfilling month for you because you've set yourself up with that new foundation for the year. So let's see what's happening for you in August, and I'm going to follow the same theme. I'm going to draw 1 card for the month for the theme, and then 1 card for each week to decide what that theme is for the week, and then we'll tie it all into the theme for the month. All right, Gemini. So your theme for the month of August is going to be represented by the 8 of Vessels and rebirth. All right, so here you are being fulfilled in July. You've got that great balance. All right, and you are starting off the second half similar to the first half, except this time you're going to be reborn. You're gonna look at it and say, you know what? Everything that I've set myself up for, I'm ready to move forward. I'm ready to immerse myself into these waters of whatever this pond is, or maybe it's a lake or an ocean, whatever. And you're gonna just don't dip your toes in there. Submerge yourself. Or let me rephrase that. Immerse yourself into these waters. Let the rebirth fill you up. If that's salt water or lake water, come out of that, being clean and purified and reborn, knowing that the direction that you're going, okay, is one of new opportunities, is one of feeling new again. Okay, whether that's a work situation or a relationship or a social setting. Okay, be reborn in the aspect of your thinking. Be reborn in the aspect of, your creativity. Be reborn in your emotions. Okay, be reborn in your security and stability. What a great card coming up after that 3 of bows fulfillment. In July, here you are being fulfilled, and now it's all about being reborn. Okay, because you have fulfilled. You've manifested everything you needed to manifest in June. All right, so let's see what happens during that first week. During the first week of August, Gemini, it's going to be represented by the 5 of bows and empowerment. You are going to be empowered in your thought process, and bows is about creativity. So maybe it's an action plan that you put in place. Okay, maybe you're going to be empowered to, look at your finances. All right, to put you in a position of being reborn. Maybe you get to manage your own finances, right? in a relationship. Maybe it's being empowered to take your relationship to a different level. Okay, one that's reborn, one that gives you that happiness you're looking for, one that gives you that stability. In a social setting, being empowered to engage with others, right? Be in that leadership position. During that second week, Gemini, it's going to be represented, by the stag in justice. Being a protector of yourself, being a protector of others. All right. A life lessons card of, shielding all those that are around you. Okay, with the world tree, for that knowledge and that good, that wisdom. During the third week of August, Gemini is going to be represented by the King of Stones and the Wolf. All right, now kings are, all about giving out that good advice. All right, kings rule the kingdom. This king rules the material world, stability, security. All right, and how you see things. In order to, and when you're reborn, maybe you need to seek out that advice from a king or from somebody that says, hey, what advice can you give me about my finances, about my materialism, about my security? That's a king that you can talk to, and he'll give you that advice. All right, and he's gonna give you. He may not like the advice you give him or he gives you, but it's going to be advice that's going to help you in the long run. And in that fourth week is going to be represented by the Eight of Stones and that skill set. And this is telling me more. Has more to do with work. Maybe it's your work. All right, because your handprint's there on the wall. You've got the skill set of making these stones. All right, and you're working hard to do whatever you need to do. And maybe that's where you need to be reborn. Maybe you're being reborn into, looking at something that you've had an interest in doing, all right, or expanding on that skill set. So Gemini, to start out this month of August, it's all about being reborn. Okay, if you look at the card, the water is coming down off of the rocks, and it's flowing down, down through here. All right, and you've got this nice little pool. And the eighth cup, the biggest cup, is being filled by three little ones up above. And and that's dropping down into the four others. None of these cups, if you look at them, are keeping water in it. So that means that it's flowing energy, flowing through. And being reborn isn't just about, one action of what's happening. It's vessels is emotional energy. All right. So, being reborn in something is looking at it and saying, you know what? This is how I want to go about doing things. All right. Keeping my emotions in check. All right. Almost having like a new lease on life of what's going on. And, that ties into July with that fulfillment. Here you are being fulfilled for manifesting all these great things, at the first half of the year. This is taking you into a new avenue, a new way of life, of saying, you know what? I can be reborn. I can take on my finances the way I see fit. I can take on my relationships the way I see fit. I don't have to worry about the rest of this emotional baggage that's going on, because what I've done is I've immersed myself into this pool. And when I come out, I don't have to worry about it. It's when I worked in the factory, and I worked in an area that was really dirty, at the end of the day, I took a shower. And even though I got most of the dirt and grime off of me, it felt good just to wash away that day. Let it go down the drain. Let it go into the sewer. It's the same thing with this. Okay, Gemini. It's wash away all those worries. Wash away all those fears. And look at this from a different perspective. Look at it from the opportunity of newness. The opportunity of being reborn. And in that first week, as you're taking on that aspect, okay, you're going to be empowered. The Five of Bows is creative energy. It's fire energy. All right, now, fire and water don't go together, but, when I look at the rest of the cards laying down, this Five of Bows is pointing towards the rest of the week. This Five of Bows, or the rest of the month, it's pointing toward the end of the month. It's saying you're going to be empowered with the actions that you got going forward. All right. The attitude that you come out with, this being reborn, is going to empower you to make good decisions. It's going to empower you to be creative and giving you that fire energy of moving forward. You're going to feel like any decision you make is going to be justified. All right. And as a Gemini, as an intellectual sign, that happens to come up next, with that stag card, right? Of being justified, of protecting your assets, of protecting your relationships, protecting your societal standing. Okay. In that second week, you're going to, the empowerment that you felt from the first week is going to, make you feel justified in being reborn, in taking that new lease on life, to looking at new opportunities. Okay. You've got the shield there from, the stag, of protecting you, with the knowledge and the wisdom, Gemini. But it's an opportunity to say, you know what? If I'm going to be reborn this month, I need to make some crucial decisions. All right. And I'm going to be empowered to move forward. I'm going to, put my big boy pants or big girl pants on, and I'm going to move forward with my action plan. Okay. I feel fulfilled. I've manifested all this stuff. I need to make it work for me. And nobody's going to, you're going to be protecting yourself, but you're going to be justified in your actions. And then the King of Stones comes up during that third week. Now, kings are all about, protecting their land, protecting their kingdom. All right. And this king is protecting of security, stability, materialism. And the advice that he gives out is, he's going to ask you, if you're going to be reborn and you're going to be empowered and you've made these decisions along the way and they're justified, what gives you the best security, Gemini? And you have to think about that question. Where are you going to feel most secure? In your emotions, in your intellect, in your stability, security, in your creative process. The king makes you look within and answer that question. What advice gives you the best security? The other question that this King of Stones, this wolf, asks is, where is life offering you its riches? Maybe you don't have to go out there and buy more stuff. Maybe it's saying, you know what? Look at what you have. Look at what you have within your own home, within your own career, within your own relationship. Where is life offering you its riches? Are you secure in your social relationships? Okay, if you want to be reborn in that, all right, take on a different attitude with people. Look at it as saying, you know what? Man, these people have been around me for a long time. All right, I need to acknowledge that. I need to appreciate their friendship. I need to be grateful, for what they're giving me. Same thing within your home. Okay, it's great to be reborn, and maybe that's being reborn in a different attitude and looking at things differently because you've been fulfilled last month. And by taking on that, changing on that, going from a negative attitude to a positive attitude, you're changing that intellect a little bit. And you're saying to yourself, life has really been, I've had a rich life living in this house. I've had a rich life living with this person. I've had a rich life in this relationship. And when you think about that, the King of Stones comes through and he says to you, okay, this is how you get to be reborn in your security and stability. And that ties into the Eight of Stones and skill. All right. Where is life offering you its riches in your skill set? You know what? I'm really good at what I do. You're thinking, Gemini. All right. I got that handprint on the wall. I'm good at what I do because I've worked hard to get to where I am. And I can appreciate that, because there was a time when, maybe there was a time when you didn't have that opportunity. You didn't feel like you were reborn. You felt like you were drowning. All right? But you have to look back to where you came from to appreciate to where you're going. And your skill set has gotten you to that far. The king's looking back at the beginning of the month. He's not looking at the end of the month. But he's still asking you what's giving you your best security. And that best security is in your skill set. That best security is how you define yourself with your skill set. All right, Gemini, so there you have it. That's your card for the month of August. The Eight of Vessels and Rebirth. Hit that like button for me, subscribe to the channel, and share it with others. And this is D for Spirit's Path, and we'll talk to you in September. Take care, God bless, and stay safe.